What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Posh Foundation Champions League Challenge. Believe it or not, this is the third time I'm recording this intro because I screwed up the first two. Spectacular. This one we're going to get right, and you join me actually just at the beginning of Season 6. Now, I think the last time we left off was just after the Sheffield United game in a 3-3 thriller. From there, we played our last few games of the season, and unfortunately, results took a bit of a nosedive. We got smashed 6-0 by Reading. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Couldn't tell you what happened in that game. We got smashed 6-0 by Reading. Tried a few different formations. It just didn't work. We then lost against MK Dons, Sheffield Wednesday, Huddersfield. It was just atrocious. We then played Arsenal in the FA Cup. Now, 6-1 isn't an accurate reflection of what happened. As you can see, they scored, 3 goals in the final 4 minutes because we literally chucked everyone forwards to try and get a goal. We actually played really well. Really well against Arsenal for the most part. We're just unable to break them down. We then, we beat Hull 4-3 away from home as well. Tight game, tighter than it should have been, but we did manage to get a result there. And then we finished with a game against Wigan and Bristol City, rotating a lot of the squad. I think Wigan, we played a completely different side, as you can see here. We had the likes of Nelson playing, Sergi Sau got a start, Cornès, Matisse. Lots of different players, and some youngsters came off the bench as well. So they did quite well to get a 0-0 draw. And then Bristol City was 1-1 on the final day of the season. We were unable to get into the playoffs after the Huddersfield result. So we were able just to rotate the side and just give the youngsters just that little bit of experience. Now let me show you where we finished in terms of the league. It was actually a pretty good season for us. We ended up finishing 9th. Which is an improvement on last year, where we finished 12th, I believe. 66 points, not a million miles away from the playoff places, 10 points shy, which we kind of chucked away in our last 6 or 7 games. As you can see, Brentford, Blackburn and West Brom won promotion to the Premier League. They'll be going back up. Ipswich, Hull and Rotherham are the teams that have come back down. There's not much more to say on that this season that we just played. It was a better season. I think it was a season in which some of our younger players got a little bit more experience and were able to build on the potential that we've seen from them. And I believe the structure is in place to add a couple of players to the squad and really push on next season. I feel like I was looking at it earlier. In fact, let me show you here. Have a look at our past positions. First season, 21st. Second season, 6th. Third season, 6th. Fourth season, 12th. And the fifth season, finishing 9th. We haven't got promoted yet, but we have, I think it's fair to say, we've established Peterborough as a championship team. And a championship team that is sort of on the cusp of competing for at least a playoff spot year in, year out. So, the foundation is there. Whether this is a season we can build on it, I don't know. What I am going to bring to you now are the transfers that I've made so far this summer. And then the next episode, we will begin showing you games. I may even I've played one game. I've played one league game. I may give you a little sneak peek as to how that went. Okay, first and foremost, we're going to start with the outs so far. Now, bear in mind, it is the 11th of August. We've got about 3 or 4 weeks left of the transfer window. So any further signings or outgoings, I will update you with in the future episode. Now, Sean Rogan is the first one that left the club. We didn't get much for him, just a couple of $100,000, 275k. He's a player that didn't really develop too much for us, and he's just kind of sitting here at the moment. 23 years of age, just taking up a place in the squad, which I don't think we can afford to give. I've tried to really trim my squad this year and keep the players that I feel will make a difference. he's just not a player I feel will make a difference. Just hasn't really shown the improvement I would have liked. Of course, we made a loss on him, signing him for 450 grand from Lincoln, selling him for just over half of that. And as you can see here, he's not featured for us too much, and when he has featured, he's not done particularly well. The next player off the books on a free transfer was Lewis Nielsen. Again, he's another defender that we signed. I believe we signed. We did £700,000. So we've made quite a big loss on that. Similar to Sean Rogan, we signed him. Hasn't really shown the potential. He kind of had a good 4 games there. Then had a good run at Charlton on loan. Did okay for Lincoln here, but for us, never was able to break into that squad. And now, again, like Sean, is just taking up a place on the bench. The next player we've shown the door to, that sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? Hayden Muller. Now, we've actually made a profit on this guy. We signed him for free initially, and we sold him for a couple of £100,000 to Ipswich. We signed him from Millwall initially on a free transfer. And again, he's a youngster. He's got a lot of potential. He could be a really good player. Could be a very good player in the Championship. But unfortunately, we're just sending him out on loan. And I don't want to get in the habit of keeping these players that we just send out on loan year in, year out. He's 24 years old now. He's not, in footballing terms, he's not a kid anymore. And we just can't afford to keep him here at the club. Not when we could be giving that space to maybe a slightly more promising youngster, someone who's a little bit better than him at the moment. And of course, we've brought in a couple of players who are going to be taking those spots, and he's not going to get a sniff really at first team action. So he's moved to Ipswich, and wish him all the best. I mean, this was just a silly signing. I think we all do this. You see a player who you're like, yeah, he might do a job. No, he didn't do a job. Xavier Simons, we did make a profit on him. Not much, £79,000. We signed him on a free from Blackburn. Just not a chance. We sent him on loan to Bromley last season, and there's no chance of him getting in the team. He's not good enough. He's got a little bit of potential, so maybe he'll go on and do something, but it's not going to be at Peterborough. He's nowhere near the level of challenging the likes of Doumbia and Henderson. So unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. And our final permanent outgoing, we're going to have to look at making Arsenal like a senior affiliate, because this is the second goalkeeper that they've bought off us in 2 seasons. Last season, they signed Vickers. This was the man that replaced Vickers. It's fair to say he did not have a good season with us. Eventually lost his place in the team to one of our youngsters, O'Reilly. 29 appearances, 42 goals conceded, 8 clean sheets, a 6.83. Just I don't think he was as good as I thought he would be. Arsenal signed him. We've made a profit, 150k profit. Best of luck to him. I mean, he's 29 years of age. He's not going to get much better. And I'm much more interested in the likes of this lad, Jason O'Reilly, who ended up taking his place last season, who's got a lot of potential, a lot more potential. And again, could be challenging for that number 1 spot this year. Well, we've looked at the outs. Now it's time to look at the ins. And the first one in is Cameron Humphreys, who is a centre-back by trade. Can also play on the right-hand side if needs be. Looks like a very competent centre-back. Someone who is going to come in. So I was looking for... I thought I'd try and tailor my signings this summer. I did it a couple of seasons back, and it worked spectacularly. We were looking for players with good work rate, good composure, good determination. This time we've gone for a mixture of strength, technique, tackling, again, work rate, fitness. I think last season fitness killed us, and our defending wasn't great last year, so I really wanted to focus on that. Marking was another stat that I wanted to look at. This guy ticks all of those boxes. He's pretty decent for this level of football. We got him for £425,000 from Zolt Varegem. I think that's how you say it. I could be completely wrong. Belgian league team. And yeah, he comes in, may not start every game, but a fantastic squad player, at least. Oh yes, he's back. This lad really impressed me last season. We had Josh Martin on loan from Benfica. We've now made that deal permanent. Actually, a lot cheaper than I thought he'd be. We signed him for 325,000 from the Benfica B team. I should state, not Benfica, the Benfica B team. A really, really good winger. A fair bit of potential, and I think he's going to hit that potential as well from what I have seen. Like I said, last season he played really, really well. 6.87 rating. He got 6 goals, 5 assists, 2 player of the matches. I'm looking for him to build on that this season. Now it's going to be a challenge for him to get into that starting lineup because we've got Ricky J. Jones, we've got Dembele, we have also got some of the youngsters coming through, Heino, Cornes, who are going to be looking to fill those gaps. But it's a challenge for him. There's loads of games to be played, and I'm sure he'll develop quite nicely. As I highlighted earlier, centre-back was a problem for us. Now, Kent is one that I'm looking to move out this year. I know he's the captain. I feel a little bit bad, but he didn't have a great season for us last year. We conceded so many goals. We had the 3rd worst defensive record in the league. So that's something I've tried to address in the summer so far and could do a little bit more in the last 3 or 4 weeks. But Nacho Lozano joins the club. He is a Colombian 32-year-old, so brings experience. Again, he ticks the boxes of good marking, great tackling, good heading, good strength, stamina for his age as well, 32. He's got good stamina, good natural fitness. Might not be the quickest, but everything else is there that I'm looking for in a centre-back. His passing is pretty good for a centre-back as well. He will probably be our starting centre-back, looking to build a relationship with Billy Cometio, who we've also retained on loan for this season. Should also add, we signed him for 160 grand. Pretty good deal. And our final and most recent signing, of course, we needed a new keeper. We were looking to get rid of our last one, and this is the man we've gone for, Harry Burgoyne. He is an English 29-year-old goalkeeper with really good aerial reach, pretty good command of his area. He's good at kicking. He's got great reflexes for his age. Good jumping reach. He's strong as well. I think that will come in handy because I think keepers tend to get bullied in this league. We signed him from Wigan, £475,000. He's had quite a good career. Started at Wolves. He went on loan to some of the Vanarama North teams as he began to progress. He went up and up the divisions. League 2, Championship with Wolves, Premier League with Wolves. Didn't play for them. He had a brief spell in Scotland. Then was at Shrewsbury, Plymouth, and now he is here with us after being at Wigan for a season. I hope this is not another keeper that Arsenal poach, but do not be surprised if he ends up in the red and white of Arsenal this time next year. So at the moment, the team is looking a little something like this. This is pretty much my starting lineup. We're starting with Burgoyne in goal, McNamara, Cometio, Lozano and Cochrane at the back. Doumbia, new captain, by the way, Doumbia, and Teddy Jenks in that defensive midfield. Jones on the right. We've gone with Heino on the left for now. Again, we've got some great options on the wings. We've got Dembele, we've got Cornes, we've got Matisse, Heino. We have even we've got Martin. We've got Harrison Burrows. Now, this is a guy that's been out on loan for quite a while. He has come back this season after enjoying a decent spell with Blackpool, and we're going to give him a go. If he does good, fantastic. If not, we'll look to move him on in January or next summer. But let's see how he goes. He's not great. Again, just a decent squad player, good backup to have. And then, of course, we've got Biereth back on loan from Arsenal and Cargbo up top. I'm hoping he has another great season. Now, I did mention earlier that we have played one game already. I can confirm we won our opening game against Norwich City after enjoying a very, very good pre-season, by the way, in which we beat Valencia quite comfortably. Ibrahim Cargbo scored an absolute bucket load in pre-season. BRF got quite a few goals as well. Cornes, Heino, it's looking good. And Idrissa Doumbia was the man to secure us a 1-0 win away at Carrow Road against Norwich, which means we start with 3 points, and it's a big 3 points against quite a strong team. We sit in ninth. Nope, that's last season. We sit in 9th place, in fact, and I really hope this year we can push for the playoffs. I'll be disappointed if we don't at least challenge for it. If we don't make it, but we've had a good run, I can accept that. But if we're nowhere near it, then it might be an overhaul next summer, because, like I said at the start of the video, I feel like the foundation is there. I'm quietly confident of getting playoffs, but we'll just have to wait and see. In the next episode, we will have a couple of games coming up. I want to try and get the cup recorded for you, as well as 1 or 2 championship games. We've got quite a difficult start, actually. We've got to play Watford, Sheffield Wednesday, and Derby in the opening month. Next month, we've got Sheffield United, Forest, our bogey team, Sunderland, and Barnsley. So some tricky games coming up. We'll have to see how we get on. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And also look out for a new series of the 3-year challenge starting maybe in the next couple of days, the first upload. I can confirm, if you've watched the video to this point, our new team will be from Italy. It's going to be a Serie A club. That's all I'm going with for now. Hopefully you're as excited as I am, and hopefully it goes a bit better than the Newcastle save. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.